intercept is negative. There is an issue here. I think the way I've drawn it, that one gives us something else. This is x-axis, and this is the y. Quantity is always on the x-axis, and price is always on the y-axis. So when you talk about negative C, this is our supply curve. So if you are talking about negative C, it will not begin at 0. Supply curve. At negative C, then this is our negative C, right?
Yes.
That's our negative C. So C, so this is the supply curve, that is quantity divided as quantity is equal to negative C plus D. P is simply the slope. So this one here, this one was the B, right? This one here was the B, right? This one here, right? Yeah. But I'm seeing some issues. You know, sometimes when you draw them, then you see the reality, right? Yeah. Please change this. Q is equal to A minus B, P, right? Minus BP. This negative B is the slope, right? Why is it negative? It is negative because when this one is falling, this one is
rising.
Is rising, right? When price is falling, quantity is rising. In other words, the change in quantity over change in price is negative. It's negative because in relation to demand. Because when one variable is falling, the other one is rising. When the price is rising, quantity is falling, right?
Yes.
And when the price is falling, quantity is
Rising.
so the slope will always be negative because they're going in different
Directions.
right? Are we clear on that?
Yes.
So that will always inform our slope. But when we come to the case of supply, with supply, it's a positive D, right? A positive slope, right? Such that when the change in Q and change in D is taken, when this, it's actually positive like that. So when quantity, the change in quantity is rising, price is also rising, right? And when quantity is falling, price is also falling, right? And therefore the slope is positive. They both changes move in the same direction, so it is positive. So basically, we have that. Now, I want to go back. Of course, with this, we can get our equilibrium, and because if you were to draft that and put this here, then you would have here negative C, and then you would have here what? You would have here what? So you would have here negative. You would have here negative C, and you would have here negative what? Negative B, right?
Yes.
Negative C down here. Why? Because the intercept is negative, right? No, not really. Negative C and what? A, right? Because the intercept is negative, right? The intercept at the point at which the curves begin, right? Yes. And they are seen in the equations. So this one is positive intercept for demand, but this is negative intercept for supply, right? But when you look at the slope for demand curve is negative. That's why the demand curve is moving down diagonally from left to right, downwards, right? We say asymptotically. It moves, but if it's usually a curve, if it is drawn as a curve, you'll find it moving down but never touching the x-axis, neither touching the y-axis, right? But if you have to show an intercept, then you have to bring it to touch the y-axis. So basically, that is what we have. But then we are seeing also here that the slope here is positive. The slope for supply curve is positive, just as D is positive. It is positive D, right? Positive D, right? Yeah. So basically, that is something that we may be sure to revisit. I want us to move on. I hope you have promoted this concept, but I know that you have been taught this concept probably.